If you are using Google Forms for collecting the online appointments for your healthcare clinic, or maybe for a beauty clinic, or maybe for any kind of consultation, and once the appointment is scheduled from the customer by filling out this form, you want to automatically send an appointment reminder on his WhatsApp before the one day of the appointment, then this video is for you, because here I'm going to teach you how to automatically send the appointment reminders on WhatsApp via Google Forms submission. Alright, for collecting the online appointments I am using Google Forms, and for sending the WhatsApp messages I will use this Interact application. Well, it is an amazing application for sending the WhatsApp messages because it has the access of official WhatsApp cloud API. Okay, and in order to automate this process, I'll have to build a connection, or you can say an integration in this Google Forms and Interact, and I'm going to connect these two with the Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an integration and automation software, and here you can notice that I am already logged in into this dashboard. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, simply click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and then you'll have to provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I am providing the name. Basically I have pasted the name as when appointment is received via Google Forms, then send reminders on WhatsApp one day before. Okay, now simply click on create, and then you will notice two boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action. So here trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Okay, so you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, well, according to our use case, whenever any new appointment is scheduled via this Google Form application, then automatically send the appointment reminder via Interact application. Okay, so this is how you need to select the applications in this trigger and action window. Now the idea here is I'm going to connect these two applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Alright, so firstly you will have to select the trigger event of this application, that is Google Forms. Okay, so you can also read the instructions. New response received. Okay, this will trigger when the form is submitted and response added as a new row into the sheet. Alright, so I have selected the same, and here you can see after selecting this trigger event, it has provided me a webhook URL and few set of instructions. So firstly you'll have to follow these instructions very carefully if you want to learn how you can build this connection. Okay, so let me show you. Firstly you'll have to copy this webhook URL, and then you will have to open the spreadsheet which is actually associated with this particular form. Alright, so this is the spreadsheet. Here you can see clinic, appointment, and here whatever the columns, basically whatever the fields, whatever the questions I have included, all these questions have been added here automatically. Okay, now I am going to click on this extension, click on add-ons, click on get add-ons, and here firstly you will have to install the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Let me search for the same, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Okay, so you will always have to install this add-on. Well, it is already installed into my account, so I am going to close it directly, but make sure if you are building this connection for the first time, you will always have to install this add-on. I hope the things are visible to you. Okay, now you'll have to click on this extension once again, click on Pabbly Connect webhooks. Okay, basically once you will install that add-on, you will find that add-on here. Okay, so click on this initial setup, and in this initial setup you will have to paste the same webhook URL which you have received via Pabbly Connect. Alright, I can close this landing page. Okay, so this was the webhook URL. Okay, but before I provide any details, firstly I'm going to do a dummy submission on this particular form. Okay, here you can also read the instructions that it is actually waiting for the webhook response, and it is clearly saying that log into the application where you have added a webhook URL and then do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. And here the test submission or record means creation of a new response in this form. Okay, so let me preview this form, and then I'm going to provide some dummy details and going to book an appointment here. Alright, so let me first fill this form. Alright, so I have filled the form using some dummy details. The name of the person I have added is demo user. The email address is demo@pabblytools.com, and here currently I have provided just a random and a dummy number. But don't worry, I will replace this number with my genuine WhatsApp number when I am about to send the real WhatsApp message. And here I have also mentioned the problem as liver problem, and let me now specify the date of the appointment. Okay, so how about I go with this 11th of May. Okay, so 05 is the month, this is the date, and this is the year, and here I will schedule this appointment for 10 a.m. Okay, so I have provided the details. Clicking on submit, and you will see this data will be collected into the spreadsheet. Let me delete this existing row, okay, this blank row. And now once the data is added into this spreadsheet, at least one data should be present here in order to build the connection. Okay, so let me again come back to Pabbly Connect dashboard and copy the webhook URL, and then I am going to paste the same webhook URL here into this initial setup. Okay, so let me delete the existing webhook URL. Alright, I have pasted the same, and now it is asking for the trigger column. Well, the trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So it means that whenever the data is filled up to this F column, okay, this automation will trigger. Okay, so whenever I'm going to add any new data, of course that data will go up to this F column. Okay, in that case this automation will trigger. So that is why I have specified the last column of this spreadsheet, that is F. Why last column? Because my data is up to F column only. Now I am going to click on send test button, and you will notice that the test data will send successfully. Okay, the whole row data has sent successfully. Let me click on submit and then close it. Okay, here you can see the test setup configured successfully. Alright, now when I will come back to Pabbly Connect, you will notice that the same form response will be received via Pabbly Connect. Alright, so let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the same trigger column, that is F. Here we have the timestamp, here we have the spreadsheet name, and let me show you other details as well, basically the appointment details. So here we have the phone number, the same name, the same medical problem which I have provided at the time of form submission, the same email address, and the same date and time of the appointment. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between this form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, now if you want that whenever the new appointment is scheduled, the data should be sent automatically to the Pabbly Connect, for that you will have to enable one important option, that is send on event. Okay, if you will enable this option, after that what will happen? Every time the new data is added here, that data will get sent automatically to the Pabbly Connect. And let me tell you one more very important thing: whenever you are working with the Google Sheets or Google Forms with the Pabbly Connect, make sure either you work into the incognito window or multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in at the same time. I repeat, either you should work into the incognito window or multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in, otherwise you will get the authentication error. Okay, now moving further, I want to send the appointment reminder before the 1 day of this particular appointment. Okay, so I am going to subtract 1 day from this existing date, and this is how I will get the timing of 1 day before, and then I will schedule the reminder for that specific date. Okay, so for that you'll have to click on this plus icon after your Google Forms application step only, and here you will have to search for the date and time formatter feature. Well, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of operations within your date, within your workflows. Okay, in this case I just want to add, or I just want to subtract the date and time, so that is why I have selected this specific action event. Now as soon as you will click on that connect, it will be connected immediately. Now it is asking for the date. Okay, so from where I'm going to provide this date? Remember, we have just captured this date, and the interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy this date and paste it here. I'm going to map this date. Okay, and mapping is very simple. You just need to click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Okay, this is how you can select your data. Okay, and what is the importance of mapping? So whatever the details you will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to take place. Now it is asking for the expression, so I would like to subtract to -1 day, so that is why I will be adding -1 day. Okay, in case you want to add some days, in case you want to add some hours, or in case you want to add a few months, you can specify your expression into these particular formats. Okay, now it is asking for the to format and from format. Okay, so I would like to receive the data in this YYMMDD HHMMSS in this simple format. Okay, this is the format, that is YYYYMMDD HHMMSS. so I have selected the same format, that is to format. Asking for the from format. Okay, so I have the current format as this, that is MDDYYYY and then HHMMSS. Okay, so the current format is in DMMYYYY, and I don't think, as per my knowledge, we do not have this particular from format in this format, in the given format. But let us search for the same, that is M and then DD then YYYY. Okay, so currently I have these 1 2 3 formats starting with the M, and none of them actually match with that format. Okay, let me also check for other formats. Alright, so I don't think I have the same format. Okay, so what I can do is I can easily change this specific format within my spreadsheet only. Yes, it is possible, and it is very easy with the Google Sheets. Okay, so I'll show you how you can do that, but let me first correct the alignment of my sheet so that the data will be visible very clearly. Okay, so simply select this particular column, and then you'll have to choose this format, then number, and then you will find an option of custom date and time, and this is how you can select the format of your choice. Okay, so you just need to select the specific thing first, and after the selection you'll have to click on that thing, and then it will ask you that whether you want that digit in 4-digit or in 2-digit. In case of months also, it will ask you that whether the month should be leading with a 0 or without a 0. Okay, so in this way you can define your custom date and time format. Okay, well, the format has already been selected, that is year, month, date, hours, minutes and second, that is YYYYMMDD HHMMSS. Okay, so how about I apply the same format here, and here you can see we have the same format, that is YYYYMMDD HHMMSS. Now I'll have to capture this new and the updated date format in this Pabbly Connect response. So it is very easy. Simply click on this recapture webhook response button once again, and then you'll have to make sure that the same webhook URL should be added into this extension section. Okay, let me show you. Clicking on this initial setup, and then I will be pasting the URL once again just to make sure that it should be the same URL. Clicking on this send test button, and you will see the data will get sent automatically once again. Okay, so let me close it. Coming back here, let me check the response, and here you can see we have the format as YYYYMMDD HHMMSS. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that this particular format must be available in this from format, but before that I'll have to replace this enter date. Basically this was the previous date and time. Okay, but when I am clicking on this field, I am not able to find that above data, that recent data. Okay, so either I will have to refresh this workflow, but in this case my step will be removed. In that case I'll have to add this step once again. So let me show you an interesting trick. Okay, so simply click on this connect button once again, and this is how your automation will be refreshed. Your step will not get removed, and you will find the recent data here. Okay, so let me map the date, that is YYYYMMDD HHMMSS, and let me search for the same format, that is YYMMDD HHMMSS. Alright, so I think I have provided all the important details. Let me click on this button save and send test request, and here what exactly the time we have received. We have received the date of 10th May. Okay, and the date which we have provided, basically for which my customer has scheduled the appointment, was 11th of May. Here also you can notice that it is the same date, that is 11th of May 10 AM, and currently we have received the date of 1 day prior, that is 10th of May. Okay, now what will be the next step? So basically I am going to delay this automation until this specific date. Okay, and when this date will arrive, my automation automation will automatically send the reminder on WhatsApp. Okay, so how I'm going to do that? You'll have to click on this plus icon once again, and this time you'll have to search for the delay function. Well, again, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can delay your workflows, delay your automation until a specific date or for a specific duration of time. Okay, so this time in this case I will delay until a specific date, and here you can see it has clearly mentioned that you'll have to provide the date into this specific format only. That is why I have intentionally taken that date into this format only, that is YYYYMMDD Okay, so there are a lot of things regarding this date. Okay, you'll have to be very careful while providing the date. Okay, so let me provide the delay date, and this time the delay date will be this 10th of May. Basically this is the date of 1 day advance of the appointment. Alright, so I have mapped it, and as soon as I'll click on this button, you will notice that my automation will be delayed until this specific date. Now once this step will execute, or you can say once this date will arrive, what should be the next step? So basically it should automatically send the appointment reminder, and for sending the appointment reminders on WhatsApp, as I have told you initially that we will use this interact application. Well, this application is already got selected here, so I just need to select the action event, that is send WhatsApp message template. And just like we have built the connection in this Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, now I'll have to connect this interact with the Pabbly Connect, and for the connection it will ask you the secret key. So from where you can get this secret key, you'll have to visit this particular link. Okay, and you will get your key. Simply copy that key and paste it here, and this is how your interact application will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. Alright, so this is the key which I have copied. Let me paste the same, clicking on save, and the connection will be done. Alright, here you can see it is done. Now it is asking for the country code, the phone number, and the full phone number. Now you must be thinking that why it is asking the phone number at two different places. Okay, so before I explain you anything, let me show you this note. Okay, it is mandatory to give a value for either a full phone number or for both phone number and the country code. So basically it completely depends on that what kind of phone number you currently have. Okay, if you have the phone number along with the country code, in that case you will have to provide the phone number in this specific field. But if you have the phone number only, you do not have the country code, in that case you'll have to provide the phone number in this specific field, and then you can provide the country code separately here. Okay, so let me map the phone number of the person to whom I want to send the WhatsApp message, and again I am going to map my phone number. Okay, so remember we have received the WhatsApp number of the person via this form submission, and again I will replace this number with my genuine WhatsApp number at last. Okay, but currently I'll go with the same number, and again I'm going to map this number, and as I have told you, mapping is very simple. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp number of the person, and make sure that you always provide the phone number in this specific format only. Or I would like to give you a suggestion that whenever you are collecting the appointments, you should mention into the help text only that they should provide their WhatsApp number in this specific format only. Okay, coming back to my Pabbly Connect dashboard, now it is asking for the template code name. So before we provide any code name, firstly I will explain you what is this template. Okay, so whenever you are sending the messages using some official WhatsApp cloud API, you will always have to create a message template first. Okay, once the template is created, then you'll have to submit it for the approval, and once the template is approved, then only you can easily send the WhatsApp messages to your customers, to your clients, or you can say basically you can initiate the conversation with your customer. Okay, so if I will click on the status, you will find multiple status option. Okay, so whatever the templates marked with the green color are actually the approved one, and the templates marked with the red color are actually the rejected one. Okay, so as I have told you, you'll have to create a new template from this button as soon as you will create an account into the interact, and then you'll have to submit it for the approval. and once the template is approved, then only we can send the messages. And let me show you that which particular template I have created for sending the appointment reminders. Alright, so this is the template and it is already approved. You can notice that because I have already got the approval. Let me open that, and here you can see this is the name of my template which I have provided. The category is utility. The language I have selected is EN, and header was optional, but still I have selected this text, and in my header text this text will get sent. And just in case if you want to attach any image, any video, any document along with your header, you can also do the same. This is really amazing. Okay, and from here exactly you can compose your message, and you just need to create a single message only, a single message template only, and the same message will get sent to all your customers. Okay, the only details will be replaced automatically. Okay, so whatever the details I want to keep on changing automatically, I have specifically add those details in the form of variable. Yes, these numbers packed with the curly braces called as variables, and you can add as many as variables as you want inside your message template. Currently I am into the preview mode, so that is why I'm not able to show you the options of adding the variables, but when you are into the edit mode you will notice lot of formatting options and the add variable button as well. Okay, so let me show you this message, that is hello, and the name of the customer will appear here. There's an appointment schedule with the doctor. Okay, I will add the doctor name, and here I will add the date and timing of the appointment. Please arrive 15 minutes prior to the appointment, thanks, and here I will add the clinic name. Okay, so it is completely up to you whether you are using this automation for sending the appointment reminders of your beauty clinic, of your healthcare clinic, or for any kind of clinic. Okay, you can follow the same process and automate your things in the same way. Okay, and here the option of footer and button is also available, but again it was completely optional, so that is why I have not included any. Then I have provided some sample content. Now what are these sample content? Basically you just need to provide the sample content to these variables. Okay, we are telling the system that what values will appear in place of these variables. This is just a random content, that's just a sample content, and once the samples are provided you can easily submit it for the approval. And if your template is approved, now you are ready to use this particular template. Okay, so let me first copy the template code from this URL, and then I'm going to paste the same code here. Now it is asking for the language code, so as I have told you I have selected English as the language, and the code for English is EN, so let me add the same. If you will go with the English US, then you'll have to add this specific code. Asking for the header value, well this is going to be the same. Okay, remember we have added this particular text into my header. Okay, so let me paste the same, and here comes the most interesting part. Okay, so from here exactly we will provide the values to our variables. Okay, so basically what values will come in place of variables. So in place of first variable, the name of the person should appear. Here you can also read the help text. Okay, so if you have two variables, you'll have to provide two values separated by a comma. So let me first map the name of the person, which was demo user. Now it is asking for the second value, basically the second variable value, it should be the name of the doctor. So how about I provide the name of the doctor manually, that is Dr. Sehgal. Okay, again I will put a comma, and then I'm going to provide the value for the third and the fourth variable, and here the date and the time of the appointment will come. Okay, so where is the date and time? Let me search for the same. Alright, so there is a problem. I do not have this date and time individually. I have this date and time into a single field. So how I'm going to provide the value to these two variables? Okay, so I'll have to split this date and time in order to map these two. Okay, so how splitting is possible here? Simply click on this plus icon before your interact application and then search for the text formatter feature. Well, again, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of operation within the text of your automation. This time I just want to split the text, so I have selected the same. Simply click on connect and it is connected. Now it is asking that text to split. Okay, basically which text you would like to split. So I would like to split this date and time, and what should be the separator value? So it should be a space. For space you will have to add this. Okay, just in case if you want to split this date and time using some character, using some value, in that case you can provide that value in this field. Okay, asking that which particular segment you want of this particular date and time. So I want all the segment, I'm sorry for that, the initial as well as the last segment. Okay, click on this button and here you can notice I have both the date and the timing separately. Now I can easily map this date and time in this field, but again when I will click on this field I won't be able to access the recent data. So as I have told you, you just need to build this connection once again by simply clicking on this connect button and then clicking on save, and this is how your automation will be refreshed. And now when you will click on this field you will find the above data here in the drop down. So let me first map the date. Again I'm adding the comma and then I'm going to map the timing, that is this. Okay, so I have mapped all the details. I think one more variable is left. Okay, so again I will provide some manual value, that is ABC clinic. Okay, so whatever the values I am providing manually, these details will remain same, and whatever the details I am providing with the help of mapping, these details will be changed automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, and I have not included any URL and the button inside my template, so I'm going to leave these two fields blank. Okay, before I click on this button I will first delete this existing message so that I can show you how messages will be arrived on my number. And let me first provide my genuine WhatsApp number in place of this dummy number. Alright, so I have provided my number. Clicking on this button save and send test request, and here you can notice the response is received. Let me go back to my WhatsApp application and let me refresh my WhatsApp web and check whether I have received that appointment reminder or not. And here you can see the reminder is received. Let me show you the message. Appointment reminder. Hello demo user, there's an appointment scheduled with the Dr. Sehgal for this specific date and time. Please arrive 15 minutes prior to the appointment. Thanks, ABC Clinic. So you can notice how the details have been replaced here automatically. But why I have received two messages at the same time? I think some automation is already going on backend. I think that is active, so that is why I have received two messages here. Okay, but don't worry, you will receive only a single message only. Basically your customer will receive only a single appointment reminder only, because I think in your case, in your account, multiple automations are not running in the backend. Alright, so this is how now onwards every time someone is going to submit an appointment, or you can say someone is going to book an appointment via your Google Form submission, the person will automatically receive a reminder one day of the appointment, before the one day of the appointment, on his WhatsApp number. And to automate this process, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that, you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case if you want to access this workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my workflow into the description box. So you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues, and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.